This is some weird bullshit. Oh my god, are we dropping frames already? This is bullshit. My connection's super fast. Are you already dropping frames? Come on, man. I even made the thing go down. And it's not working. Oh, why? Wait, let me edit my thing. It's on. Scuff stream. So fucking scuffed. Stare at mini me for like 15 seconds while I fixed everything. It's not even supposed to be like this. This isn't supposed to be like this. It's just like that. We just... They needed to stop fucking dropping frames, mate. I need to... Okay, this is the shit then. Whatever. We can do this. Am I right? Am I right or am I not right? I'm literally not right. I know it for a fact. Let me fix the screen capture. Just capture Genshin, please. There we go. You can go back and hide, mini-me. Tiny. Keep my UID safe, even though it's... Nah. We're gaming, people. We're gaming. It's not scuffed at all. I'm so sorry. And since this is like this, I can just move it over here and it doesn't matter. Because it's capturing a window. Shut up, Sarah. Who's online? Who's online? Who's online? No one's online. Please tell me that the out... Please tell me that it's already out. When is it out? Why do I have a... Huh? No, we aren't doing this. I don't want to do this. When is the... loud. I'm gonna put that down just in case. Mihoyo, when the heck is it out? Blah 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 blah. Dun, 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 dun. This area is only available during 2.8. Golden Apple Archipelago. Complete the Archon quest. Oh, I'm supposed to... Okay, okay. I think I did this one already. I did this one already. Definitely. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Are you telling me that it starts tomorrow and I decided to stream today with no fucking reason to do so? Google. I love you, Google. Please tell me what I have to do to get my Apple Archipelago. The update came out yesterday. I held out on playing yesterday. Just to leave my reaction through the update to today on the stream, which is on the schedule. When does the Golden Apple Archipelago start US servers? I wish I didn't live in the US. I don't want your cookies. Blah 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 blah. Although Genshin Impact version 2.8 launched on July 13th or late July 12th for players in the US, the Summer Titan Odyssey event won't begin until July 15th at 10 a.m. BST. And on August 4th.
Hey, do you know what? Neither do I. I already forgot.
Same. Let's just do the quest. I don't fucking know anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I played the Honkai event today. It was much better already because it was out the exact same day that it says in the game. It's the same day the update came out. But no, I had to wait here. Go this way. Sorry for my voice. I'm so sorry. I don't even know you can hear this. Like, it's
Wheel of life.
it's supposed to peak at where my voice is. Put it at 5.
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma.
Yes.
So many things have happened since then.
No Paimon. I
Yeah,
guess.
we've definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today?
I wanna go home.
Huh? What's up?
Da Fug.
Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little. Life goes on.
I'm not even gonna talk, cause like, yeah. E. What the heck?
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all? Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
The fuck?
He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision. That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
Go fuck yourself, man.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well,
Among
one
Us.
thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha. Hey, don't be mean. Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go find Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back. Oh?
Yeah.
What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other? Anyway, there's no time to Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
She knows too much. I literally just thought about this, but like, they refuse to give us Paimon as a pet, so they don't so she doesn't float around. But like, why doesn't she float around while speaking instead? Like momentarily. I wanted to do the Golden Apple Archipelago today. I was gonna like build Fischl so I can have a team of Shingshu and Fischl and... Where the heck is Fischl? Yeah. Oh. We won't talk about this. Cause then she'd be C5 and like... she'd do more damage. Be pitiful. Oh, whatever. Die. Why doesn't he react? Die. Oh my god. He's dead.
Let's go somewhere.
I want to go somewhere, but Mihoyo fucked me over.
Cooler. Rise.
Stream is looking Gucci. It keeps freezing, Kevro Fox. Blame it on my internet today. If not, it's so behind. Like, I think it's because like there's a lot of people using the internet today. By a lot of people, I mean no one. And like it's not dropping any frames visually, at least. Dice que está bajando like a 800. Me cago en nada. Ahorita it was dropping so many frames. So many. I don't know if the hardware encoder is working. I'm gonna keep tweaking it later. I'm not gonna stop the stream again.
Animal test 6308.
Wait, did I finish the thing? My brain is so gone. I got up at fucking 10 to waste my ass. And I started, I think it was arranging it. Oh my god. No! What is using so much internet? It's gotta be Discord. It's gotta be, because it usually did not do this. Okay, for... Watch it fix it. Watch it.
Should I just open a store here in retail?
Wait. You're gonna open a store. What you gotta do... No. Stop it. I'm gonna give you tips for a store. You just gotta sell drugs. I mean... Product.
Should I just open a store here in retail? Huh.
Product.
So many new customers. Maybe I should order some new stock.
Yaka? Do you sell things? No. Where? That is not the Crux fleet. Where is the Alcor?
Hey! Hello? Do you know where Kazuha is?
What do you mean it's still...
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all. Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did?
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Ah, yes. That happened like 4 months
Is it
ago.
really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
Almost half a year.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a
I swear to
little
God,
while
if the
ago,
stream
this
keeps
would have been
freezing or
completely
dying on me, I will
unimaginable.
scream.
Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryo Commission.
All right.
I just wanted to do this really cool sample archipelago. This sucks ass. Let's go. The stream is looking a lot more favorable now, because earlier it was dropping like 50 frames. And the stream's running at 30. Like, what? Like, last time I streamed, it was fine.
This is the headquarters of the Tenryo Commission. Commoners are forbidden from entry.
You're a cock. Hi, old man. Huh? Oh my God, Genjiro. Bong, bong. The fuck you do, Kazuha?
Oh? It's you.
This man's voice is so good.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt decree.
Kamaji.
Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful.
Oh, that's cool.
The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years.
Among Us.
The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan,
Yes,
I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil.
Yes,
we later
yes,
learned
yes.
that
I
the
read
whole
about it.
misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaidahara clans was neither proper, considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma. The Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
Bro, they're finally acknowledging his existence.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
Smart man.
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end.
I don't think, okay, cause like, I think his lore goal is something like he just left his family and shit, cause he wanted to be an adventurer. I don't know, man.
You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City, with the almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode.
That is true.
Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaidahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then, what brings the two of you here?
Yikes! We nearly
Among
forgot
Us.
about the most important thing!
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No, this puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back! This guy was a serious nutcase.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked him, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Morbius.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
I honestly think they should have put the Electro vision on his little puffball.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
I don't trust Ryuji. I don't want to go over there. honestly, this story is kind of sus. I didn't expect, like, instantly starting like that, but whatever. I wanted to do the golden outcrop. I shouldn't have streamed today. I lack energy. Really, I haven't dropped any frames. The stream probably looks horrid. I don't like these guys. Yuji.
Hey there! We'd like to. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him?
Aha! So this is the renowned.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town. So, to be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaidehara's. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions? Of Mora?
Please, accept my thanks for looking.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't... Sorry, I got a little off topic. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an...
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any... The Tenryo Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryo Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense. Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this...
Don't worry.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that...
You are much too humble. Don't worry. Oh, actually, there was one strange Let me tell you about it just...
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time.
What the fuck?
One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Oh.
Amenoma.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma. 2 grown men going missing. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma smithy.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Welcome to Bonton Saga Detective Agency. What will you have me solve?
Morbius. Let's get up over here. He's right.
Ah, if it isn't...
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedahara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden, the techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade. Today, only the Amenoma clan has kept its art alive.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties. And just as an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water, as it turns stone to... There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaedahara clan...
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind, from the moment that forging, for only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings. And eventually...
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedahara clan has...
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble act. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit, we hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this...
Ah, yes. My nephew. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now...
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard... Yes. Strange, isn't...
Strange, isn't
Do you
it?
have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute difference. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts.
Truth be told, based on the evidence we have gathered so far...
What? No. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind.
Huh.
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason.
Welp.
But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise. Anyway, should you find him...
Don't worry. You have our word.
Canada.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to...
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to...
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with...
Ah, I see. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him, but making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa.
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. I understand. Ame no Mayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale,
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home, now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire.
I don't
He's got
think
no way to
so.
pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, as long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
And me.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite but the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ame no Mayuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument.
A little confusing. More like
Let's try a change of scenery, and rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle. Working off what we know so far, there are too many things that don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Right.
Sorry.
Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events to... Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker. Namely, that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but...
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse.
Speaking of heading out of the city, I'm gonna go grab something to drink, because not only am I feeling my throat dying, but yeah. I'm gonna check something, because I'm not sure if what's causing the frames to drop is the game using too many resources. I'm gonna leave this like this, and I'm gonna leave the game like that.
What was that?
And I'm gonna put the
it's gone.
BRB screen.
Can I go take a look?
I'm gonna... Wait. I wanna do something with the BRB screen. Oh, whatever. I'll be back. Sorry. You're gonna hear me open doors and shit. Sorry. We're back. It's using more resources now for some reason. But there's a lot of less dropped frames apparently. We're back. Sorry. I really needed something to drink. Well, I dropped the resolution of the game. I can barely read it because I can't see it. Is that the warehouse? No, that can't be the warehouse. The warehouse has to be like over there. This can't be it. Yeah, I thought so. There's never been anything over here. What the heck?
Wait.
Oh.
I hear something ominous.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that as sketchy as that whole thing seems. You did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still... It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatari... Indeed. But we should remain vigilant.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm starting to get impatient.
Huh. So it's an
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. But the residue it left behind still hasn't judging from the concentration. I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami...
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by a...
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of...
So what should we do next?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer. You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater danger.
Mm-hmm. Moving.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary!
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's quiet your mind and focus.
That's not the button. It's like... Oh. The... Pop-o. Put that like that.
From this point, the trail appears to split. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Squirrel, Mark II!
It's,
Ugh!
by the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. Well, Let's take... According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
So...
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here. Yes, right, if Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately.
Right, so let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, for a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of all the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains this...
Wait, you figured it out?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. On with the search.
Never been here, actually. I think I have, but like, not properly.
Why here?
I'm not sure. But on closer...
Show yourself! It's no use hiding anymore.
What the fuck? That was not his voice.
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So what's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenoma Yuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, Whoa, whoa!
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly... The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, or rather as a means to occupy Amenoma Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already... Many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams.
Jesus Christ.
As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokat.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya.
I bet that we're gonna meet more of the Kaedehara family in Snezhnaya.
He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, he not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So, swords?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects, an ordinary. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
So Amenome, you tell me, what happens to those you've possessed?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that
What
serve
an
when
asshole.
they got tired or injured or unusable. I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you. And by Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can now give...
The fuck?
Submit to
Come
me!
into being!
Nope.
Feel this ancient power!
Sacred name, fortune preserve.
The wind knows me.
Wait. Damn, he's using a 3-star. Wow. Okay, of course. So weak.
Shall rewrite history!
Into the wind!
Do not stand in my way.
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost? I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing
shit.
more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new vessel at will. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. By any means necessary, and any medium available.
Your fighting style. It is indeed, but from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thin...
Really? You can...
As I've mentioned before, since the blade is currently possessing Amenome Yuya's body, if you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded
Are you trying to claim that I am on his deathbed? He passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely squat in that regard. Why?
Because all of that is it. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its own... Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenome Yuya and make your escape.
And what of it?
Well, That brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward,
What
the
teeth?
greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a delusional fantasy.
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
Nope.
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Sorry, I'm texting someone.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. Once we have dealt with them, We shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to look now.
Kazuha?
I felt a little dizzy at first. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next?
We find some enemies, although this blade has endured much turmoil. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bear, if he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an
Wait a minute! Paimon remembered since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held.
All right.
What about Amenoma?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet.
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay,
But how am I? I want to see what that sword does, because apparently we can get it ourselves. I don't know, I'm not sure. I've not been paying attention to any of the leaks. Kidding. Looking at them all. It used to be called This Is a Sword, and I preferred that name. Because it was like... Plus... Pipu. Oh, that blade looks sick. Holy shit. AoE damage equals 110. Damage done by this increased by 50%. Okay, so this would be amazing for Chi-Chi.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Alright.
Let's get down to business.
Ooh.
The wind knows me.
That's the release.
Into the wind.
Die. Die.
Finally, let's get down to business.
The wind knows me.
As one with wind and cloud.
One with nature.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very... Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think...
Something else on your...
How strange. Let's keep going.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I presumed he'd try to do. Doesn't seem... too long. What the fuck? Oh. Love how they've hidden the doors of resurrection, because I haven't
Time to go.
seen one since the start.
Let's get down to business.
The wind knows me. One with nature.
Let's get down to
Flies
business.
high.
The birds call.
Into the wind.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer.
But what would...
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give... He's still trying to...
Mm-hmm.
The wind knows.
Oi. Oh my god, I'm bleeding in my nose. Oh, shit.
One with nature.
Time to go.
Into the wind.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Sounds so leave.
The wind knows me.
You gave me. Stuck. No, 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 no.
Are you okay? It looks...
Yes,
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again.
perhaps this time we'll finally have a
True form? What are you talking? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey, it barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never... The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed...
Here they are! Take them down!
Ah, where do they keep coming? Yup! We can help this...
Don't worry. It's just...
It's my lucky day.
He's gonna use the fillet blade now? Yeah.
One with nature.
I know it does much more damage with that.
I don't like the big dude. No, 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 no.
As one with wind and cloud.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps.
But in this too, you have.
Indeed. No matter how too much time has passed, my physical state is poor and without proper maintenance. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
The fillet blade indeed is one.
Forging and maintenance are both important for a this blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you the moment you embarked on this journey, you have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted. Give me a minute. Morbius.
How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, do not.
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm.
Aww.
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been.
Mm-hmm.
A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. His frail face barely a newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow.
Indeed. While in exile in
Your phone
Snezhnaya,
died.
the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths.
Indeed.
He spent the rest of his life in the forge. Not to vent his frustration and hatred, he felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his home, so he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and...
So that's the... But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late.
Or is
Time
it?
would not wait or stop because of it. He seems to have calmed down, though.
I don't think he's
When I
actually
look back
hurt.
at the past, I can remember the day I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Wish your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Ame no Mayuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should...
His attitude hurt. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told... Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh?
I will release Ame no Mayuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps he must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by...
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
me, because I'm texting someone. I'll be right back.
I haven't been out in a while. I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes. What was that? Oh, it's gone. Can I go take a look?
contemplating if I should just end the stream because this conversation seems it will last a few hours. If anything, I can continue the quest tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I'm too bored anyways. Yeah, I'll end the stream. Whatever. I'll let you listen to like a few songs. Or maybe... I don't know what I'm gonna say, but whatever. I was thinking that like I'd enjoy the quest more. It seems cool. I was hyped to play the Golden Apple Archipelago and not this shit. Whatever. I don't care anymore. I am thoroughly contemplating a lot. Maybe I won't stream tomorrow, I'll stream next week. Morbius. Okay, this is time to go. Bye bye. Fuck off.